Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. What is this? What's going on? This is Dawn of Night. And what happened to all of my graphics? Hello? Hello, Flame? Um, something is wrong. Oh, I know what it is. I know. Maybe it's the resource pack. Maybe that's what it is. Let me turn on the resource pack and see what that does. That must be what it is. Back to the game. No, that's better, but that's just not getting there. I mean, I can't even see my bouncy castle from here. I can't even see the rest of my island at all. The clouds are right here. This is just horrible. What? Hold on. Let's see here. Video settings, shaders. Oh, there's a shader right there. Let's give that one a try. See what happens. Done, done, done. Back to game. Oh, look at that. That is glorious. And now everything is loading. Ah, that's fantastic. As you may have guessed, this is probably on purpose. I have had several people ask me, like a lot of people ask me, what resource pack, what shaders I'm using and all that, and how to install them once you get them, and how to fiddle with the settings and all that kind of stuff, and how to make their world kind of look like mine. One of the more recent ones that reminded me that they wanted this information is Flame right here, Matt Tucker. You may remember Matt Tucker from the brief cameo appearance that he made in the island showcase I did for him. And everyone has been wanting to have the really pretty water, the jiggly jello slime, the awesome water reflections, the just glow of the lights, the wobbly leaves, and everything else. So, that's what I'm going to do today. I am going to give you a video on how I installed and am operating the texture pack, the shaders, and Optifine for my Minecraft for my recording. As you can see, if I hit this, I am operating, I have turned it down to 30 frames per second minimum, about 60 frames per second maximum. That way I'm not going to have any frame rate loss while I am recording and moving around. You can see that I have pretty beefy system over here on the right. You can see my processor, my my graphics card. You can see that I've dedicated a bit of my memory to the Java for Minecraft. So my system does have a little bit to do with it, but Optifine really is what's making everything so nice and smooth. It is an awesome program, or mod, I guess. I guess it's a mod. But today I'm going to show you how to get the files that you need, how to install them, where to install them, and maybe fiddle with some of the settings so you can see what I am operating at. So if you'll give me just a bit, I have to do a little moving around of some recording methods here because I'm using Fraps. That's another thing some of you are asking. I'm using Fraps to record my Minecraft, and I can't really get Fraps to record web pages, so I will be either taking screenshots or I will be using OBS to record the web pages that we'll be needing to visit while we are examining the settings that I'm using for making my recordings look the way they do. So, I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. We have left the realm of Minecraft and have moved on to the realm of the internet, and here is Google. And the first thing you're going to need to make sure, absolutely sure of, is that you have the most recent versions of Java installed for your system. So let's just go look at Java, and you will know that you are on the right page if it is java.com, and it's www.java.com. If there's other stuff going on there, you've got the wrong web page. Leave quickly. Be safe when you browse the internet. But here we go. Java main page, java.com. I'm speaking English, and so therefore is /en auto detecting my native language for my operating system and all that. So here we have the front page as of right now for Java, and what you want is on the download page. So let's go there. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though I do have the most recent version of Java installed here, for reasons I do not know, Firefox is limiting its functionality with JavaScript. And also, I have some script limiters and pop-up blockers and things like that. So your perspective of this page is possibly going to be a little different, but as long as you are on java.com and it's the download page, you're in the right place. And what you'll want to do is agree and start the download, the free download, and it will give you some options for that. Now, I'm not going to do that here because I can't get my recording software to record multiple windows of things going on at once, so I'm just going to stay here. But it's the big red button right in the middle that says agree and start free download. Now, not only are you going to want to make sure that your Java itself is fully up to date, but you are also going to want to make sure that if you have a 64-bit operating system, that the 64-bit Java is also up to date. And you will find information on that over here on the left. FAQ about 64-bit Java for Windows. Click on that, and it will bring you to this page or a very similar page. I can't promise that when you are watching this they will have the exact same layout, but on this page it will have information about how to determine if your system is running on 64-bit Windows or verify your browser and all that other kind of stuff. But once you have made sure that you are using a 64-bit operating system, I come down here to this portion that I'm going to highlight in blue in case you cannot see my mouse pointer. Java for 64-bit browsers, and I would download it from the manual page, and it brings you to this page here. It has a bunch of options. The first one is typically good enough, and this is also the 64-bit right there. So I make sure that the 64-bit is the one that I downloaded, and I have made sure that I've got the version 8 update 121 and all that kind of stuff. So that's the Java. Make sure you're up to date with that. Next, you'll need to go to Optifine.net and make sure that that is the correct page, and it will look very similar to this. If not exactly like this, make sure you are at optifine.net/home, and there's a bunch of information about what Optifine is and how to fiddle with the settings a little bit. And you are going to want to go to the downloads page and find which version of Minecraft you are running, whether it is 1.7.2 or 1.11.2, does not matter which one you're running. They should have all of them available here. So at least if you are playing modern Minecraft. If you are playing much older Minecraft, I think there's a way to get some of the legacy Optifines, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, I download the most recent build of the most recent version because why not? If there's anything hugely terribly wrong with it, it's not cropped up in my interaction with Minecraft yet, so this seems to be working just fine. So we've got, at least for me, Optifine 1.11.2 because I'm running Minecraft 1.11.2 and I'm getting the HD Ultra build 7 right there. So that's the one that I'm using, and Hopefully it'll work on your system just as well as it works on mine. When you download it, you will download it as a jar executable file, and you need to just run the file. It automatically goes to where the Minecraft is installed and will just install Optifine properly for you. So once you get Optifine installed, I'm going to leave a 5-second screenshot for you, but there is a new option on your Minecraft launcher that you need to be aware of. And what I will probably do is a before and after screenshot so you can see it. And I'm going to put those in right here. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to get, and I don't know the exact order that I'm going to be chopping this up, so I may have had a Minecraft clip in here showing you where to install this. If not, that I will follow it up afterwards. But either way, what you're going to need to do to get the Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders, which is what I am using, is do a Google search for SEUS, and that's all I've got here is just SEUS, and it will bring up the first one here is the Minecraft Forum Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders version 11, and that's what SEUS is. It is Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders. So let's go there, click on that, and it will take you to the Minecraft Forums page. You do not have to be logged into Minecraft Forums in order to get this. But somewhere down the... Oh, that's a nice picture. I'm sorry, distraction. I'm sorry. Somewhere down lower on the page, there will be all kinds of information about different types of shaders and all that kind of stuff. How to get Optifine. And here's the information right here. Once you get the Optifine installed and all that kind of stuff, you will need to also have had this taken care of. But farther down than that are the latest downloads, and you want the SEUS version 11.0 download if you are using version 11 1.11 Minecraft. And there are some older versions here that you can use if you need to revert to older versions, but there's a lot of information that you can and should pay attention to on this page. But as far as the place where you will be putting the shaders, you can access it from inside of Windows, or I'm sorry, from inside of Minecraft, and it will take you to where you need to put the zip file that you will download here. And when you click on this, you will be directed to a place where you will be downloading the zip file. Just leave it as a zip file. You do not need to extract it or anything. Minecraft takes care of all of that for you. Finally, will be the texture pack, and the texture pack is completely up to you what you want to use. But I'm going to show you what I am using and let you decide if you want to do something else from there. So give me just a moment to switch over to the correct page. I don't want you to see all the fiddling around, so give me just a second here. Okay, I just had to confirm that this is the right search parameters to do this. I don't want to lead you astray. I have input Minecraft Faithful Texture Pack up in the search, and the very first one right here is the mods.curse.com Faithful Vanilla 32X Minecraft Texture Pack. Before I started recording, I was using a combination of some 32, some 64, and even a couple 128s that I thought were really neat. But instead of squishing all those together, I just went with the toned back, straight out 32. That way I didn't have any issues towards my recording. I don't know if there would have been issues, but just to nip it in the bud, I went ahead and just went straight 32. So, this is the webpage for the Faithful Vanilla Minecraft 32 by 32 texture pack. What 32 by 32 means is, in case you did not know, the default texture resolution for blocks in Minecraft is 16 by 16 pixels. This, the faithful, doubles the resolution, but this specific texture pack tries to keep to the feel of what Minecraft's actual texture pack is. And so you get the same basic blocks, nothing fancy going on other than just finer resolution. Some of it is a little bit of artistic uh, assumptions on some of the fiddly bits of the textures, but for the most part, it is pretty much faithful to the original Minecraft texture. Now, enough talking there. You want to get the files. So, over here on the very top of the screen, at least for right now, there's a button that says Download Now. And you click on it, and it will take you to where the download is. And or where the download is going to go. You make the selection, and it is, as I recall, a zip file as well. And you just need to keep track of where the downloads are going when you get these files. So now I'm going to go back to Minecraft and show you where to find the locations of where the files need to go for both the shader and the texture pack, and then, or resource pack, I should say. And then if everything is done the way I am showing it and you've gotten the correct files, then you will be able to be looking at and interacting with the same version, look and feel of Minecraft that I am, as well as the Optifine settings and the shader settings and the texture pack. So I'm going to stop this, go over to Minecraft, and finish this off. Okay, so here I am back on my island, and as you can see, the Optifine, the shaders, everything else is running just smooth. It is dawn, and the blinding, glorious light of the sun is coming, and you are able to even see the slowly pinkening and whitening clouds in the sky. Isn't this cool? You want this, though, so that's why you're watching this. So let's figure out where to put all this new stuff that we've been getting from various websites. First thing you're going to want to do, you've already been running Optifine launched Minecraft, and I'm sure at this point tested to make sure it is working properly. Now what you need to do is to come over to Options, and let me turn off. Oh, okay. I guess the chat's just going to show up behind it. Oh well. You're going to come over to Options. You're going to come over to Video Settings, and you're going to come over to Shaders. Now, down here on the very bottom, it will show you the Shaders folder when you click on this. Open that window, and then find wherever you downloaded the Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders to, which is typically your download folder, and copy that or move it over to the shaders folder that shows up when you click on this button in the bottom left. You don't have to unzip the file, just move the whole zip file as is. You can see right here that I have it as just a bare zip file right there. The other options are I can use the internal, which comes with Optifine, or I can just turn shaders off. I'm using Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders. Now, one of the things that you're probably going to get really tired of really fast is the transition from a dark area to a light area. It takes a few moments, and it simulates being blinded by the light. And that's very annoying. So you want to, hold on, let me make sure you can see. I don't know if my mouse is visible on this screen. On the bottom right, there is a button that says Shader Options. Click on that. Then over here, it will be Lighting and Shadow Options, the top right button. And then what you want to do is turn Average Exposure on. And that's what makes it so you don't turn blind every time you walk into a house or outside of a cave into broad daylight. This is your best friend right here. Now, there are lots of other settings that you can fiddle with, and I recommend you either research what does what or fiddle with them little steps at a time, see if they make any changes that you can tolerate. Like motion blur off. I don't like motion blur, so that's just off. But you might like motion blur. If you don't know what motion blur is, you can always look it up. All of the information available for the different options in Sonic Ether shaders can be found in the documentation for Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders itself, either on the webpage or in the downloaded documentation that you can get. So I'm not going to go into full detail about that, but I am going to tell you the average exposure on is your best friend if you don't want to be blinded all the time. Okay, that's done. Now let's go over back. Done there. And come over to resource packs. And then down here in the very bottom, same as before, open resource pack folder. And what it will do is bring up the window for the folder that has all, or in the case of just getting started, none of your resource packs. And also, you will need to open up, once again, where you have downloaded your faithful resource pack, or whatever resource pack it is you decide to use. And there are lots of resource packs out there. Do your research. There's lots of stuff that you will probably be just totally agog over. Like you might want to have a resource pack that every single block has Kevin Bacon's face on it. I don't know if that exists. If it does, then and there's someone who wants it, then that would probably be wonderful for them. But this is what I'm using, the Faithful Pack. That way it still looks as close to Minecraft as possible, but it looks better for me. I want it to look a little better for me. So, when you get the Faithful Texture Pack, it will automatically be over here in the available resource packs. You will want to move it over to here, and you can move these up and down if there are multiple resource packs besides the default. Anything that the resource pack that you get does not cover will be covered in the default. So if this did not cover, for instance, the texture for sand, then it would kick back to the default texture for sand right there. And you can arrange these by order of importance. So the top one is the primary, second one for the missing ones, and any additional missing ones get filtered all the way down to the default on the bottom. Or you can move default up, doesn't matter. It's up to you. But that is where to put the shaders. That is how to turn off that annoying transition, and that is how to install, install the resource pack. So, when you click done, it will take a moment to reload the resource pack, and back to the game, and it will look as glorious and wonderful as this here. So there we go. That is everything you need to know to have a setup similar to the way I am running it. Make sure your Java is up to date, and make sure your 64-bit Java is up to date if that applies to you. Get Optifine and run the jar file. If your Java is up to date, you should be able to just outright run the jar file. If you cannot, then there is help online for how to run the jar file if you you might have some sort of update missing or something. But for me, I've done nothing special to be able to run the jar file, so that's all I did is just right-click run. Then go get Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders for the version of Minecraft that you are running. Also, the Optifine needs to be for the version of Minecraft that you are running. And then finally, get a texture pack if you choose to do so. And put it in the correct location, and as well as putting the shader pack in its correct location. Tweak the settings, get everything you want it, and then you should be able to just look as wonderful as this. Now, one last time a lot of my ability for the graphics and the lossless frame rate that I get is because of my rather beefy computer. I just got a new computer setup, and so this is still kind of new to me. Who knows, maybe over time I might not be playing with all these shaders on. I like the shaders though, so I think I'm going to stay with them. But if I bring this up again, one last time, top right of the screen, this is my F3, you will see that I have the, woo, that was interesting, I bumped my mouse. You will see that I have my AMD 8-core processor up there, and you will also see what my video card is. It's not the newest and brightest, but it is pretty darn good. So don't feel bad if even when you get the Optifine, the shaders, and the texture pack, that you don't run as smoothly as I often do. I'm staying stable at 60 frames per second because that's where I have it throttled, is at 60. You can probably expect similar output if you have a similar computer, but there's no promises. The computer does have a lot to play with it. So that is everything that I believe I need to tell you to get everything running the way I have this running. So I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. I'm happy to help if I can. If you like this video, please do give a like. I do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future content comes out. Wow, I got kicked for idling. Yay. That was unexpected. Oh, by the way, if you go AFK for 10 minutes on Performium, you get kicked. Good to know. But anyway, thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.